Hi 143 fam, welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Each month I give away 2 free readings to 2 winners. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected with your video. Also let me know that you have subscribed and I will alert winners by April 30th. Now let's jump into your April horoscopes. Hi Virgo. This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2019. I'm going to start with your general overview, then I'm going to jump into your love reading. I will have timestamps down below. Virgo, forgot to mention this in my intro. My availability for readings and healing sessions has been going really quickly. What I'm going to do for the month of April, I'm going to open up a little bit more availability on my end and try to have a little bit of a better balance so that I have more availability for you guys who, would like to schedule and, waiting a month isn't really feasible. So I will have a little bit more availability this month. Reach out to me if you're interested in a reading or a healing session. Okay, Virgo, let's jump into this. Virgo, general overview, April 2019. Okay. There's a big emphasis on doing something that you love. Now, you may already be in the flow of that, but if you're not loving what you do, Virgo, this is a month that's going to push you closer to doing what it is that you love. It may require you to step away from something, even if it is more of a stable financial environment for you, but you're going to have a strong pull to either getting back to something that you love to do for work or moving forward so that you can entertain doing something new. It may just be the environment that you're working in, okay? So it may be the same field, but there is a big emphasis on Virgos doing what they love. Virgos loving what they do, but specific in terms of work, okay? So let's get a little bit more clarity on that message. Okay, first, do this early in the month. April, that first week of April. This is a physical cleanse. If you're thinking of doing a physical cleanse, now is the time. You'll get great results. But I'm also feeling like this is an energy cleanse that may, again, require you to step away from certain environments that are toxic so that you can get back to really enjoying what it is that you do, enjoying the people that you work with, okay? Enjoying your environment, something that's a little healthier. That is going to be a huge priority for Virgos. We have a card that's trying to pop, but I'm not going to pull that. Okay. Be honest with yourself sitting at the center of it. If there's a situation that's toxic for you, and I really am feeling like this pertains more so to career than love for you, I'm feeling a lot of really beautiful love energy come in, but we'll look into that in the next reading. There's something that's toxic that you're doing. It's an environment. It's really weighing you down. The people you're working with are just not maybe vibing high enough to allow you to be in an environment that really does it for you. And so you're dreading what you do, and it's draining you. Your energy is being drained. Be honest with yourself if that's the case. This is a month to take steps to move beyond it. And for some of you, it means cutting ties with the job. But for others of you, it's just sort of regrouping, talking to a boss, communicating that you need to be elsewhere. For some of you, that'll make sense. For others of you, it's either where you're at or you have to look at a completely different company, but that's something, universe is going to push you toward that. So the more you accept and understand that and you're honest with yourself about your environment and it not working so well for you, the quicker you'll get through that process. But I see a lot of success. I would wait until after, say, the second or third day in April, just because we have some shadow period coming out of Mercury retrograde in March, and you want to make sure that there's a lot of love and light around communication, so there aren't any miscommunications. But I am seeing the second half of, say, that first week, maybe even into the second week of April, but this isn't something you're going to want to prolong. Start taking steps forward toward the resolution of this, okay? But for the majority of you, it's coming through that this cleansing and detoxing is your work environment. Also, if you're just working too many hours and you're not spending time with those that you love or doing things that you love, You're going to get back to that this month, okay? You're going to make time. You're being pushed toward your life purpose now and your soul purpose. So for some of you, it's not necessarily the people. People might be great. You may really love who you work with, but what you're doing is not fulfilling your soul purpose, and that's okay. If you have a family, you have bills, you do what you need to do, but part of this detox, again, and cutting certain cords, or at least entertaining new ideas, new jobs, new businesses, even if you have to launch something for yourself, starting to put you more in alignment with your life purpose. Now, I've seen the evolution of this for months now. Since the end of last year, Virgos have been going through this process collectively. This isn't just an individual process. I've had individual readings with Virgos and the collective readings. It's just coming up for Virgos at this time. Something is evolving. It doesn't necessarily mean that what you've been doing is bad. And it doesn't even mean that your current situation is really horrible and toxic. For some of you, it is. But for others of you, I mean, you're okay. Status quo, whatever. But if you're honest with yourself, and that message of be honest with yourself sitting at the center of this, if you're honest with yourself, you know you're not fulfilling your soul purpose. And so there is a part of you that is not fully satisfied in your work. There is a huge emphasis on Virgos doing what they love and loving what they do. That's a huge message for you. So when ideas start to come through, trust them. New business ideas start to come through. New opportunities come through. Jump on them. Run with it. Be really open-minded about this, Virgo, because the more progress forward that you make in April, the better the rest of your year is going to turn out. The quicker this soul purpose is going to come through to completion for you. But I'm seeing something being completed in 2019 in a big way for you. So if there's a goal that you've been trying to reach for a long time, there's completion now. But there's something really blessed around the month of April for you, Virgo, so make the most of that energy. Clarifying, cleanse, and detox. Okay, clarifying that is energy work. Just get this done. Again, that first week of April, if you need energy clearing, uncrossings, for some of you, you need to cleanse, but then you need to be refueled, because whatever is toxic and that isn't of your highest good, it has drained you so much. You need help getting back into the flow of life, into the flow of personal power. Even I'm feeling for you, Virgo. So hear that message and make that a priority to take care of yourself. There's physical, there's something physical that you need to get rid of. There's physical progress here that needs to be made as part of the detox, but there's also this energy component. So that's going to go hand in hand for you. Sitting at the center of your reading, be honest with yourself. Yes, yes. Okay, this message is just coming through clear as day for you. So we have be honest with yourself, right? Center, main message here, center of your reading. Clarify by it's time to go. You know that something needs to end. In April, it will end for you. Now, for some of you, if this has been long coming, it's a career that universe has been showing you signs. Maybe you've been watching some of these videos and you've heard this message, but you haven't, really felt confident cutting ties with that job because there's security there. The universe might force this. Somebody else may say, you're done, we're laying you off, or, oh, you did this tiny little thing and we're going to use that as an excuse to fire you. So be honest with yourself. I want you to get to that point so that you have peace, knowing that you're transitioning because you're ready, versus somebody else stepping in and holding space to force you to make changes so that you get closer to this, Virgo. So make sure you pay attention to that message. It is time for you to leave something. Something comes to an end in April. It's divine. It is blessed. The more you accept this message and you really go with the flow of it, the easier the transition will be. But I do see for some of you, this is going to help you. It's going to help you cut ties. It's going to help you get that clarity that you need, but also put you back in that flow of personal power from whatever this is that's been draining you, so that you have success moving forward. Because if you don't do this, if you don't heal and you don't cleanse, it may be really hard to get that new job to come in all the way, or to launch that new business, that new idea, to get back into that creative flow for creative projects, okay? Oh, wow. Beautiful message. But this is, okay, so we know something ends. It will end. It's about to end. Embrace it. Truly embrace that. Everything's good here. This is why. This is why something has to end. You have a higher calling now. There's something that you love that is supposed to be your career. You need to be doing what you love. If it's just a paycheck for you, you're just not going to be fulfilled long-term, Virgo. If there's something that you have loved, but you don't love it anymore, be honest with yourself about that. It's okay to evolve past certain journeys and experiences. That's okay. You're allowed to love things and decide years down the road that it's not for you anymore. So whatever whatever that's feeling and looking like for you, it's putting you more in alignment with this, being clarified by a new partner. So somebody fated is coming in to make this, to push you forward, but to really see this through to completion for you now. I'm seeing in 2019, there's like this huge shift for you, Virgo. You may be doing something completely different by the end of the year than how you started out 2019, okay? But it's super blessed and super fated for you. There's also a new partner that is coming in for you, Virgo, or that may have come in, that is a fated romantic partner that also inspires this change, okay? So there's a lot of truly blessed energy here, but there is change and there is detox that's going to be necessary to fulfill it. Wow, yeah. Crowning your reading, creative projects. You get it, right? This is what you love. This is what the life purpose is. You're creating and you're in your element. Even for those of you that don't feel like you're a creative soul, there's creativity there in you, okay? It may be in the form of finding solutions to problems, or, it doesn't have to be the traditional sense of when we think of creative projects in music or writing or art in some form. It doesn't have to be that. But you tap into your creativity in whatever way makes sense to you, Virgo. That is what this life purpose is. That is what you're being pushed closer toward, okay? But you're going to see a huge push in April. For many of you, you've already been doing this. Bottom of the deck, steady progress, okay? You're doing a great job. You're moving toward this change and fulfilling this life purpose, but there's some sort of breakthrough that happens in April, an aha moment, the thing that you need to walk away from, you finally walk away from, or it ends in some capacity, but this is so good. But this is a fated partnership, but for some of you, this is a fated partner in love. This isn't just business for you, but definitely in business. Also fated opportunities in general coming up, okay? And they'll be really game-changing for you. I'm telling you, Virgo, how you start 2019 is just not how you're going to end 2019 and go into 2020. There's a huge shift here. Embrace it. It's so good for you. Okay, let's jump in to love. See how this all ties in, okay? Virgo in love, April 2019. Virgo in love, April 2019. Yeah, I'm feeling something really stable here for you, Virgo. So the time to go, that's not going to apply to too many of you in relation to love, okay? I'm feeling really stable energy here. Separation. What I am feeling for you, I feel the stable energy here for you, Virgo, but you're separating. No, what I'm actually feeling for you is that you have separated. So you may already be far along on this journey, okay? The stable energy is what comes after the separation for you. Oh, yeah. Make the effort to stay open to a high-level love. There's somebody bigger and better. That, again, this fated partnership that's not just in work. That's definitely applies to love for you too. That comes through very clear. Okay. All right. You see where the stable energy? Yeah, okay. We started here, and maybe that's why you need some energy work. But this fated partner, you see this fated partner, I'm going to actually keep that on the table. So we have this fated partner that comes in very soon after the separation. So you may be separating from somebody, or you may have already separated from somebody. But you get this resolution in love very quickly. I'm telling you, this absolutely applies to love for you. Keep an open mind with it, though. Make the effort is for those of you who've gone through separations in a committed relationship, but then you would like to get back together, you want to get back together, put in a lot of work. I mean, really, it will require work from both parties. But you get back together really soon. If you've been separated from a loved one, but it's not a true breakup, okay? There's been some physical distance or emotional distance. All of that gets resolved as long as you both are committed to healing. If you separated from somebody and it's done, make the effort to put yourself back out there, Virgo. It's very important. You know, if you stay holed up in your home and you're not social and you've kind of given up on love, no matter how many beautiful people that are out there that are ready to love you, it can't come in. You have to put yourself out there. For some of you, and this may be really uncomfortable at first, but there are certain dating apps and sort of, you know, website-related dating that just comes through really strong, especially for those of you who are really against that, who when you hear that, you cringe. You're like, my mom does that. That's not my thing. This message is for you, okay? Putting yourself out there in a way you normally wouldn't have. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll meet the partner and the love of your life through that platform, but it gets you back in the flow of love. And that's really important for singles, to get back in the flow of love. Entertaining people, having dates, being open to meeting new people just through law of attraction helps you call other partners in. Amazing partners that way too for some of you, but for others of you, you just need that experience to start meeting other people in other ways that will be really game-changing for you. But I'm telling you, this happens really quick. You may have separated from somebody, and on the heels of the separation, you met the love of your life. So that's what I'm saying. As long as you're open, there is this stable, beautiful love. You may not even know that a love like this can exist, but it's coming in very strong. If you have somebody new that has showed up in your life and you have this really beautiful connection, it almost kind of feels too soon, but you know there's a soulmate connection. Trust that they're fated. Trust that this is your person. Trust that this is a love that you can rely on. Again, I know separation popped when I said, oh, this love is really stable. But I'm telling you, that is what I'm channeling for you, Virgo. But you had to let go of someone. Again, the separation could also be work-related too. You had to let go of a job to get you back into the flow of doing what you love. And when you're doing what you love, you naturally, you know, that energy overflows into other areas of your life and you start attracting people that you love, okay? So that's a big message for you too. But separation is being clarified by let go of control issues. Some of you had a really controlling partner. It was controlling. It was toxic. And you got out. If this person is still in your life, it's just time. It's just time to walk away. This is the separation, but as long as you stay open, you're committed to healthy boundaries, self-love, somebody amazing comes in very, very, very soon for you. For others of you, you separated and you were trying too hard at first to meet a new love, okay? And it just blocked it. Recognize that. It also could have been another partner for you too. I'm feeling you may have met somebody and there was some promise, but they were just trying way too hard to win you over and it kind of turned you off. Whether that's you or that was someone that you met, make sure that that energy doesn't linger and doesn't continue to exist. If you try too hard to manifest new love, you will block it. Make the effort is clarified. Sitting at the center of your reading, we have make the effort, clarified by free yourself. Look, you have gone through some sort of separation. It could be a major change in work. This obviously applies to separations and romantic relationships. I mean, without a doubt, this is going to be a really painful, difficult process for you at some point. For so many of you, I feel like this has already happened. For some of you, it hasn't happened yet. April is just the perfect time to just let go of these people that are controlling situations that just don't work, that are toxic. Because you have something so blessed in the back end of all of this. You don't have to wait years for this blessed person to come in, as long as you are making the effort to stay open to love. For those of you in really healthy relationships, for the most part healthy, right? Everybody has their issues. Free yourself from being too attached. Someone needs a little more freedom. Somebody, whether it's you or your partner, needs to be able to go out and explore life without the other one attached to the hip. Doesn't mean you can't do that 90% of the time, but there needs to be a little bit of a better balance between your relationships together and your private lives. I feel like there's trust there. I feel like there's just this connection. It's so strong and so beautiful. This may take you by surprise, especially if this is someone who came in very soon after, you know, an old relationship and a long-term relationship ended. That's beautiful to want to be around each other, but make the effort to allow the both of you to have some freedom and some separate lives and experiences, other friendships, other experiences, because this sort of clinginess, if you don't have that freedom and you don't continue to develop other relationships, someone's going to get resentful, Virgo. You might get resentful of a partner if they don't give you the space to, you know, commit to your creative projects or to meet new friends, to spend time with existing friends, and vice versa. If you allow yourself that freedom, and it doesn't have to be 50% of the time, it can be a small chunk of time. That's what I'm feeling. But there is a chunk of time where you both need to be doing separate things, and that's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to say, look, I love you and I want to stay connected, and let's text and let's talk when we're apart, but let's make sure we do that, because somebody is struggling. Somebody's starting to feel a little smothered here. If you don't address that soon, it could cause some really big issues down the road. So nip that in the bud. Make the effort, even if it's uncomfortable, to go and do it. Spend one night a week, maybe with friends, or one night a month, right? It doesn't have to be constant. And you don't want too much freedom, because then, you know, if you're never spending time together, what does that say? Okay, maybe that's the person you need to step away from. But there is this freedom that still needs to exist in current relationships for them to remain healthy. But otherwise, as long as you do that, for those of you who are in committed relationships, everything's fine. No one's being disloyal. When they're out, you can trust them, okay? You don't have anything to worry about. They're still going to miss you. They're going to want to come home to you. So everything's good and everything's intact with your love, but somebody is feeling a little smothered. That could very well be you. Okay, very soon. So we have this separation with this controlling kind of person, or a situation where someone was trying too hard and maybe push somebody away. Move past that now. We make the effort to stay open to love, okay? Even after the separation, even if it's tough, we self-nurture, we self-love, but then we put ourselves back out there, okay? That leads to, very soon, this high-level soulmate comes in. Do you see what you're working toward here? This is beautiful blessed energy, Virgo. It's beautiful blessed energy. Okay, crowning your reading. Wow. This is what you're moving toward. This is what you're moving toward very, very, very soon, if it hasn't already come full circle for you. Crowning your reading. Crowning your reading, Virgo. This is your person. This is it. This is the one, okay? So this is why you have to trust and have faith stepping out of toxic relationships. Get that energy work done. Cleanse that energy, right? We have faded love all around you. Soulmate love around you. When? Very soon, if they haven't already arrived. But if this person has arrived for you, trust it. Trust it. If you guys have had some sort of separation, trust that it's time to come back together. This all gets resolved soon. Trust that this person is your true love. So if they need to go out and spend some time with their friends, or you need to, everything's safe. It doesn't say anything negative about your relationship to want to have experiences separate from one another. It's going to help you balance things in a healthier way, without anyone getting resentful, without anyone getting drained. You'll actually appreciate the time you have together even more, okay? So you are starting in a place that's very difficult, but as long as you make the effort here, you wind up somewhere truly blessed with the love of your life. I'm just going to hold these up one more time. It's 2 different decks. This is what came up for you. Fated partners. Virgo, this is the one. If they have showed up in your life, make all the effort in the world to commit to loving at the highest level, and your partner is going to meet you there. This is so blessed and so divine. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck here. You have this beautiful spiritual connection with this person. You're flirting. You're having fun. You're having these beautiful conversations. And you know what? This person is safe to love. You have passion, chemistry, friendship, and this person's safe. This is someone that you can truly trust. They don't resemble anybody from the past. If someone new shows up, Virgo, in the month of April, or has already showed up, that resembles an old love that was maybe controlling and toxic, it's also time to walk away from them. There's somebody better. You're going to want to make space for this person if they haven't already showed up. Virgo, I love you guys. Thank you again for being here. I will be back March 15th, not March 15th, April 15th, with your love readings, your mid-month love readings. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, and gratitude. Again, reach out to me if you'd like to schedule an individual reading or some deeper healing. I'm happy to help you across the board. We'll figure it out. Sending you, again, so much love, light, and gratitude. And I'll see you back here soon, Virgo. Ciao.